hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear. Blunt as a hammer. But you're right. Nothing can undo the past. Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go. Not as many as you'd think. We're not about to let the whole town join our flock. Just the ones willing to renounce their corporate loyalties and live the way nature intended. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life. You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
Bon. T'es un petit peu extrémiste quand même sur les bords. Hein. Mais non, ce qui est fait est fait. Ah, c'est un port ça? Oui. C'est rouge de partout. Oups. C'est pas moi.
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down. You what? But why? I was dependent on you.
Bah non, t'allais mieux.
Does it feel good? Robbing an old man of his last shred of hope?
Tu viens de dire que t'allais mieux.
Betray a man in his final hours? Of course, I understand. Well, I'd probably do the same to you, given the chance. So, you're just here to watch me die, or what?
Bah non. Oui, en fait. Bon, au moins il est au courant. Du coup, je peux voler chez toi ou...
Got it. Heads down.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
Bon, t'as qu'à traiter les gens un peu mieux déjà.
Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
Ah, va-t'en la bestiole.
Stand down, all
C'est moi qui mange, pas toi.
We're done here.
Ouais. Barrez-vous. Eh, je l'ai eu, voilà. Je vais me battre à coups de fourchette avec le... avec le moustique. Ah oui, quand même. Bon. Y a pas de truc qui traîne là. T'avais pris quelle décision toi, Ulysse? Sans me dire le... ce que ça allait impliquer, mais... La même? D'accord. Bon, donc ça veut dire qu'il faudra que je refasse une partie pour savoir ce qui se passe dans l'autre sens. Ça me gêne pas, en même temps. Pour l'instant, je m'éclate bien. Bon bah allez tous voir Adélaïde, et puis c'est tout.
You and I have got nothing
Mais...
more to say to each other.
Par contre, j'aime pas du tout l'ambiance de la ville. Ouais.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by hard labor.
Bah laisse-les partir, toi.
Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please.
Ah mince! Ah, c'est de ça dont tu me parlais l'autre jour. Ok.
You picked a fine time to visit, stranger. Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. I paid his burial fees, didn't I? Let the dead sleep. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go rifling through other people's correspondence? Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein already belong to Spacer's Choice. And we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Never mind. I don't have to explain myself to you.
De toute façon, je m'en fous. Je t'ai privé de boulot. Ah ah. Déballez pépé. Maintenant, je me casse. Avant qu'on me tire dessus. Bien, 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 bien. Ok, il est encore tout neuf. À proximité d'ennemis. Ces oiseaux là, ils sont partis. C'est quoi ce truc? C'est quoi ça? Est-ce qu'on peut y aller ou pas? J'ai pas l'impression. Moi, je pense pas qu'on puisse monter ce truc-là.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars.
Oh, bah ça va mieux. Elle a le moral.
Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post. Well, because I've been thinking about what happens next. So much has changed since we left out of town. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you?
Ben oui.
I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. I got a captain.
Bon, toi, j'aime bien ta bonne humeur. Allez, viens. On va t'aider à toi.
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable.
Pourquoi t'as pas enlevé ton pyjama?
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
D'accord, d'accord. Bon. Ouh, du coup. Maintenant j'ai du courant. Bon. Faut que je la rallume.
What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Oh, bah Parvati devrait savoir.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Ah, du bac. C'était plus obligé de me suivre hein, maintenant. Oui, c'est un truc comme ça qu'il y avait dehors, là, que j'étais en train de regarder.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities. received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Bonsoir, Jogolo.
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon. Terraformed badly. Almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
C'est cool, ça.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Bon, d'abord, mes quartiers. Gladys. Coucou Gladys. T'es la petite sœur de GLaDOS? Ouh, j'aime la vue. Bon, les vitres sont un peu cradingues, mais... Le vol holographique projette un déguisement sur vous et vos compagnons, vous permettant ainsi d'accéder aux zones interdites si vous possédez le badge adéquat pour la zone en question. Le personnel non autorisé ne doit pas accéder aux zones interdites sous peine de se faire attaquer sans ménage. Alors... J'ai omis de... Nana, coucou. J'ai omis de mentionner un détail important dans mon message précédent, ce que je peux être étourdi. Je vous envoie une copie de ma série préférée, Les Aventures Spatiales de Singularity Steel. C'est l'histoire d'un pirate spatial ô combien charismatique, doté d'un cœur d'acier. Le programme n'ayant jamais reçu l'approbation du conseil, je vous suggère de garder ça pour vous. J'espère que ça vous divertira au cours de vos aventures. Toute ressemblance avec un individu existant, purement intentionnel. Ah ah. Mon très cher Alex, je ne saurais vous dire à quel point j'ai plaisir à recevoir enfin de vos nouvelles. Votre message est tout bonnement hilarant. Votre attitude radicale vis-à-vis des règles typographiques et le récit de vos dernières frasques sont proprement irrésistibles. J'ose espérer que votre terminal se montrera plus coopératif à l'avenir. À ce propos, j'ai fouillé dans le réseau de communication de précurseurs en quête de potins croustillants et j'ai remarqué que vous avez décliné l'invitation à utiliser l'aire d'atterrissage d'Edgewater avant d'aller vous poser en pleine nature. Décidément, votre individualisme me surprendra toujours. J'espère seulement que ce crétin de Thompson ne vous a pas causé d'ennui. Quoi qu'il en soit, je souhaite de tout cœur que votre entretien sur Terra 2 porte ses fruits et j'attends de vos nouvelles avec impatience. Je ne sais pas dans quelle porcherie vous avez grandi, mais ça ne devait pas être grand chose de propre, car n'importe quel individu ayant un tant soit peu d'éducation sait pertinemment qu'il est impardonnable, grossier, d'ignorer les messages sincères de ses amis. Répondez s'il vous plaît. J'espère que tout se passe bien de votre côté, ce fut un réel plaisir de vous recevoir dans mon bureau la semaine dernière. Encore une fois, je suis affreusement confus pour cette triste histoire de saisie. Comment cela a-t-il pu se produire une seconde fois? Je vous jure, l'informatique de nos jours croit que tous les informaticiens sont des imposteurs. Exactement comme votre vaisseau. J'espère que vous avez réfléchi à notre petite conversation. Vous savez, cette affaire avec le dénommé Wells. Au risque de paraître insistant, j'ai le curieux sentiment que vous le connaissez. Si vous pouviez me dire où il est, eh bien notre amitié ne se porterait que mieux. Ici, Udom Bedford, nous nous sommes rencontrés lorsque j'ai accidentellement saisi votre vaisseau, vous vous rappelez? Mes gros doigts maladroits m'ont encore joué un vilain tour. J'espère que ça ne vous a pas causé d'ennui. En ce qui me concerne, ce fut un réel plaisir et j'ai apprécié énormément la retenue dont vous avez fait preuve en vous abstenant de m'étrangler. Vous êtes un vrai gentleman. Si jamais vous croisez dans l'espace aérien, ou plutôt dans l'espace spatial du précurseur, n'hésitez pas à passer me voir. L'espoir perdu sert de la vodka spectre. Nous pourrions en tester toutes les couleurs. Qu'est-ce que vous en dites? Me rappeler ce rapport. Nom 2. Ada, rappelle-moi chaque semaine de consulter ce rapport jusqu'à ce que je te dise d'arrêter. J'ai vu de mes propres yeux le labo de Wells, une arme d'une puissance qui confine au sublime. Elle était là comme une offrande, prête à être embarquée quand le vieux aurait eu le dos tourné. Peut-être que si j'avais demandé plus gentiment, il m'a dit que c'était un rayon rétrécissant, mais n'a pas voulu que je l'essaye. Tout ça parce que je me suis énervé. Apparemment, sa création a été inspirée par les accomplissements d'autres scientifiques qui avaient osé repousser les limites du savoir humain et de la décence. J'avais déjà entendu des rumeurs concernant ce genre d'armes, des armes de sophistication absolue, frontière de l'intelligence et de la science, mais j'y croyais pas vraiment. Mais voir le rayon rétrécissant de Wells a ouvert le champ des possibles. Le pouvoir du marteau. La dernière fois, je me suis mis minable, enfin que j'ai bu un peu plus que de raison. À l'espoir perdu sur le précurseur. J'ai sans vergogne mais discrètement écouté une conversation entre deux bardettes qui parlaient d'un scientifique un peu tabré qui, quelques années plus tôt, avait déclaré avoir fait une découverte qui avait changé le destin de la colonie. Une arme étrange dotée d'un pouvoir spécial créé par un savant mabou sacrément intéressant. Pourquoi Wes refuse de me donner le rayon rétrécissant, qu'on l'envoie dans le labyrinthe de Tartare et qu'il y pourrisse à jamais? Je tiens à dire que je me suis excusé pour lui avoir crié dessus 5 fois, mais par le grand architecte, cette arme fabuleuse est là à prendre la poussière. J'aurais dû la réquisitionner d'office sans lui demander la permission, ou lui démolir quelques équipements hors de prix, quand il m'a dit qu'elle n'était pas terminée, et que même si elle l'était, il ne la confierait justement pas à quelqu'un comme moi. Ça veut dire quoi? Que je suis pas digne de confiance? Que je l'utiliserai pour décimer les braves habitants de la colonie comme un psychopathe peut-être? Certes, j'ai quelques fréquentations discutables, mais j'ai un code moral établi par moi-même. Alors j'aimerais bien qu'on me respecte. Merci. Je n'ai plus qu'à attendre que Wes l'oublie, ou croit qu'il l'a mal rangé. En attendant, j'ai mené ma petite enquête un peu partout sur Alcyon. À propos des autres armes scientifiques, si les rumeurs sont vraies, j'irai rendre une petite visite au vendeur du marché noir sur le précurseur. Ça n'a pas l'air hyper confortable quand même.
Just to warn you, we may have a bedbug infestation. I am investigating non-toxic extermination measures. Non-toxic to you.
Merci de me prévenir. C'est ça qui fait 173, ça qui fait que 137. Ah, c'est là où ça se met... Sam? Est-ce que tu vas me faire chier toi aussi? Elle me dit attention, il fait trop froid, attention, il fait trop chaud. Cette unité automécanique ne répond pas. Un numéro de série gravé sur le châssis comprend les lettres Sam. Créé pour les besoins d'une blague, Sam a porté ce panneau pendant une semaine avant qu'Ada ne remarque briller l'unité sanitaire. On ignore toujours l'identité de l'auteur de cette blague. Un vieil homme a l'air sévère mais au regard doux. Ma première clé à molette, un cadeau de mon père, c'est mon amie la plus fidèle. Rempli d'outils spécialement modifiés pour un usage mécanique, fouiller à l'intérieur est le meilleur moyen de se faire couper le doigt avec une lame dentelée. Bon, je veux bien prendre tes munitions par contre. La pelle, je m'en fous un petit peu. Ça, c'est pareil. Ce livre est corné partout et les marches sont remplies de gribouillages. Bon, ça je lui laisse. Elle s'est fait sa petite déco. C'est pas un pétunia. Elle s'appelle pétunia mais ça n'est pas un. Salut, salut! Études doctrinales, équité et équation. Journal de Maximilian. J'en ai plus besoin que toi. Fiole d'onction de l'OIS. Sent étrangement le whisky. Iceberg grand âge. Index de littérature bannie. Réflexion... Non, 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 je veux pas dormir dans son lit. Carte de Tassball à collectionner. L'art et la science du Tossball. Ah non, Tossball, pas Tassball. Tu veux parler ou pas?
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
J'ai accès au coffre de rangement, exactement.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it. A thousand pardons, my good captain. I thought we were engaging in witty repartee. Now, as far as tracking down this scholar, we should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
C'est quoi ça, c'est la machine à café? La Tassimo? J'en ai pas besoin de ça en fait. Bah attends, justement. Je vais remplir le frigo. Ce truc de nicotine, ça, non, on va pas le mettre là-dedans. J'essaie de faire des rangements logiques, c'est débile, hein. Voilà.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Bon, du coup, ici, je peux y mettre ça. Je vais en garder un, je vais garder ça, et puis le reste, démanteler. Hein. Ça, je vais le donner à machin. Je vais mettre de côté ça. Cross the toss ball. Arme à deux mains, d'accord. Ça, je vais le... Je vais prendre ça, je vais prendre ça. Voilà. Ah oui, c'est vrai. Oui. Donc, il m'a dit d'abord le précurseur, Terra 2, Olympe, Monarque. Je vous présente la carte stellaire. D'accord. Donc, il faut bien aller sur le précurseur de toute façon. J'ai des trucs à récupérer là-dessus. Ah, interroger Ada. Oui, on va le faire, ça. Ça et ça. Et ça aussi.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Des blagues.
How do linear algebraists settle arguments about matrix transposes? With a duel.
D'accord.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
Se lever de sourcil.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think your self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Ouais.
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. Goodbye.
Ok. Pour rappel, on a récupéré un automécanique d'assainissement et de maintenance dans le dépotoir de la vallée d'Émeraude au cours de notre dernière mission. On ne devrait pas avoir de mal à le remettre en état en procédant à quelques modifications. On pourrait même le rendre apte au combat, une sorte de machine à tuer à la précision chirurgicale. L'ablation de la pièce de série standard macérateur mousse est un succès. La livraison de la pièce de rechange modifiée pour le combat macérateur acide a été retardée. Délai supplémentaire estimé à 3 bons mois. Non pas que j'ai des affaires plus urgentes à traiter. J'ai fini par faire une croix sur cette livraison, la pièce est perdue en cours de route et ne risque pas de réapparaître. Mais bonne nouvelle, j'ai entendu parler d'un type qui connaît une fille, qui connaît un informateur qui m'a fait payer à prix d'or des informations quant à la position des macérateurs acides que je pourrais éventuellement chaparder. La pièce a été envoyée dans un vieil entrepôt à Roseway. Je pensais pas retourner ce trou un jour, heureusement que Tati a vidé les lieux depuis longtemps. J'irai le chercher en revenant du prochain point de ravitaillement à la vallée d'Émeraude. Wes m'a demandé d'y chaperonner quelqu'un d'important, détail à suivre. Ah merde. Oui. Je peux se transférer des trucs là-dedans. Je vais mettre toute la contrebande, tous les drogues, toute la drogue. Tiens, hop. Ah, eh ben écoute, on va voir ça tout de suite. Ah, je me disais bien. Donc, il faut aller à Roseway. On va bien voir. Ah oui, tiens d'ailleurs. Hop. Alors. D'accord. Alors, les avantages. Elle dure plus longtemps, ça paraît logique. Oui, ça c'est bien. Capacité de transport. Ah oui, mais ça c'est mieux. Parce que je suis souvent surchargé. Donc lui, qu'est-ce qu'il a? Bâton télescopeur. Je peux peut-être mettre ça et lui améliorer. Augmente le niveau de menace. Je trouve quand même une autre tenue, hein, parce que j'espère qu'on va trouver autre chose que ça. Parce que c'est vilain. Tout est dans le style. Du coup, tant que je suis là, je vais essayer quand même d'améliorer des trucs. Bricolage, bricolage, bricolage. Donc ça, c'est ce qu'il a. Est-ce que je peux? Oui. 102. Vas-y. Ça va vite, hein? Ouais, je confirme. Oui, mais je les aime bien, moi, celles-là. Pour l'instant. Donc, à partir de 600, j'arrête, hein, j'ai pas envie de me dépenser tout mon argent non plus. « 1500, bah non. Faut arrêter, là. Ça, je m'en sers pas trop en ce moment. Ça, plus. Voilà. On passe de 10 à 10. Ah, c'est ce que je peux peut-être faire, c'est tout réparer. J'ai tout réparé. Ah oui, effectivement. C'est peut-être Eridan, Monarque, Olympe. Non, il n'y a pas accès, hein. Bon, bah direction de précurseur alors. Roseway, c'est sur Terra 2. Do-
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
D'accord, d'accord. Hmm. Et oui, mais du coup, ils vont nous remettre à Edgewater. Hein. Oui, c'est ça. Bon, direction précurseur. Hi.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? If I had to fix a station this big, I'd be spending all my time trying to figure out what needs doing now and what can wait. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
Bien
I don't
sûr.
got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Okay. I don't want to waste your time or nothing.
C'est l'autre qui se balade là-haut? Bon.
Good luck, Captain.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
Poupidou-pidou.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
T'es un rebelle, toi.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
J'aurais dû parler à l'agent de sécurité devant mon vaisseau. Ah d'accord.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Ah, et la bestiole, hein, pas tant.
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Hop. Je protège mes nourritures parce que ces sales bêtes tournent autour. Là.
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that,
Tu veux regarder dans mon équipe?
can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Oh, just musing is all. Must be nice having the run of the colony. Never being anchored to one place, always chasing some horizon. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
C'est vous le boss, boss.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Alors, je vais faire un petit peu le tour. Bah, je vais faire le tour, j'ai discuté avec les gens.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Oui, bah alors, ça a l'air compliqué avec tes gros doigts. Tellement de choses à voler. Puis là aussi. Toi, t'as un nom, viens là.
Huh? Carry on.
Bonsoir, qui nous rive. Le pseudo.
Gonna head to Varus for whiskey and darts. Maybe not in that order.
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating to move boxes.
T'as vraiment rien à dire, toi. Docker, Docker. Est-ce qu'on me voit? Vous avez trouvé un badge à utiliser avec le voile holographique et vous bénéficierez désormais automatiquement d'un déguisement lorsque vous pénétrez dans la zone interdite correspondante. Ah, ça se fait automatiquement, ça c'est bien.
What do you think you're doing?
Rien, rien.
Ah, sorry for the misunderstanding.
Des clés de contournement.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Elle a le nez dessus, on va peut-être pas non plus...
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Bonjour monsieur.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Non.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's
Ah,
bad
c'est pas
side.
moi. Hein. L'ancien
Now,
capitaine.
hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
C'est pas moi, j'ai rien
We
fait.
want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade.
Parler à
Shines like a
Gladys, c'est
Byzantine
parler à une
commode.
homme.
You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Je vais lui exploser la tête.
Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of sand cleaning units retrofitted for surgery.
Ça
Not
m'intéresse.
much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Hmm.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks.
Faut lui
She'll get
rapporter
the
des doigts,
security
lui
desk
aussi.
behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
De toute façon, pour aller nulle part, donc tu te calmes.
Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told.
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udam takes it to an unhealthy level.
Comment c'est possible, ça?
You noticed, huh?
Le petit sourire en coin, là, ça va.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it. But what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
C'est à cause de ça, tu dis?
Move along.
Non? Qu'est-ce que j'ai pas vu? Bon, il y a lui. Sédition, faux usage de faux, complot, pas un complot, pratique illégale de la médecine, destruction de biens appartenant au conseil.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so riled at.
Non, parce qu'il y a Tom Vukova dans le chat. Le genre de passage un peu caché. Ce truc-là, là. Ou ça. Au-dessus. D'accord, d'accord. Ah oui, en passant par là. Éventuellement.
Wish we had bigger weapons, but no. Be careful about blowing holes in the hull.
Great work.
Votre voile holographique s'est activé. La zone interdite. Vos déplacements affaiblissent votre voile. D'accord. Bon, j'ai pris des trucs dont j'avais pas besoin. Je pourrais toujours le revendre, ça. Munitions, ça c'est bien. Un cerceau, qu'est-ce que j'en fasse? Je sais pas, mais je le prends parce que je suis une looteuse compulsive. Munitions, munitions, munitions. Un marteau, allez, hop. On revendra, c'est pas grave. Ah, pardon. Moi, rien. Je me suis... Pardon, je me suis perdu. D'accord.
Impressive as always.
Keep your sights out, friend.
Pa pa la pa la pa pa.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Graham?
Asshole.
Si ça se trouve, c'est vrai en plus. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'il voulait voir, lui? Bon, ça, c'est un établi. Bon, du coup, j'ai fait l'andouille. Et je voulais voir quand même. Pleu, je sais pas sauter. Je me suis pété les chevilles, tout va bien. Non, bon, allez. Bah non, mais redescendez pas, faut que je remonte. Bah toujours pas, hein. Je vais pas y arriver. Pourtant, ça marche comme ça. Voilà. Oh bah j'étais con, j'avais pas besoin, c'est pas grave. Non, 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 bah non. Pardon. Mais c'est pas grave, hein. Y a rien d'autre là? Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? L'homme creux. Le vicaire Max veut trouver l'érudit qui lui a parlé du manuscrit interdit. Et unité de nettoyage. Si on regarde sur la carte. Ça c'est le truc local, ok. Donc faut que je retourne là-dedans en fait. Ah oui, c'est vrai, faut pas...
You're an artist, Captain. There it is.
Les biens confisqués, pistolet modifié, hachette, chapelet l'OIS, mal verrouillé. Le suspect s'est enfui avant interrogatoire. Ses affaires sont stockées à l'arrière du poste de sécurité en attendant que cet abruti se ramène. Sublette a fait une offre sur un vaisseau saisi, plutôt généreuse. Baston à l'espoir. Vaisseau de Hawthorne saisi sur ordre de... Ok, un gars des docks secondaires a un peu amoché le lunaire. J'ai un témoin fiable qui me dit que Macreed a été vu à l'Express Hotel.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Ouh.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts.
Bah pourtant...
Savory types about.
Flavored center. Suck it. Chew it. You can do it. Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
When might we expect you out here again? Canned surfish is already sold out again.
Who knows? Halls are scarce. Back in Triangulum, there were hundreds of space hands idle.
I heard piracy was up some around Halcyon, but I didn't think it was that bad.
I heard there's been a rash of conveyor losses on all routes.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lei gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best
Un
thing.
coupe de cheveux comme personnage.
Only the usual. Marauders all over space. You ever wonder how folk who can't figure the bleeding edge technology of a spoon can manage to get ships into space? Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corps pulled back to Terra 2.
C'est une coupe en pétard, exactement.
It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up. The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
Et qui va devoir les réparer? C'est Bibi.
Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up. They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade. Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering. There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that. What ain't I got?
Bruit des tirs. Ouh, il a un silencieux. Ça, j'aime. Ça, j'aime. Mais oui. Je sais pas d'où ça vient. Ah, effectivement, si ça pèse lourd... Mais non, ils sont pas installés, mais je sais pas d'où ils viennent. Oh, c'est peut-être en ramassant dans le truc de sécurité, là. Le cuistot.
Hot enough for you? Just flag me down.
Okay, keep coming around. It's my berth for the night. How's...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to
Là, c'est... Oh non. Ah. Enlève ça de ta tête, s'il te plaît. C'est flippant.
Are you listening to me, Emfuru?
Qui dit ça?
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Emfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
Ouais, j'en ai installé, mais c'est-à-dire que ceux-là, je me souvenais pas d'en avoir autant, en fait.
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. Like I said, Jessie did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Something I can help you with? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools. If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Très bien, très bien, très bien. Je sais pas si j'ai le truc qu'il faut pour aller là. De toute façon, on va s'arrêter là parce que Commence à se faire tard. Trouver le capitaine Irion. Donc ça, on va pas le faire tout de suite. Lame sur le précurseur, unité de nettoyage. Je peux peut-être essayer ça quand même.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
For the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Elle a l'air sympathique.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Le boss a l'air d'aller.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath.
Par contre,
You
elle a une sale tête.
ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. Though I admire your backbone. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me.
Bonsoir Tontor.
I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable
Elle porte mal le bonnet cousteau.
3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blackbeard diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Donc je suis là. Bon, c'est des médicaments. Quelqu'un dort? Non. Oh, faut que je sorte. Vite, 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 vite. Là, 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 tout va bien.
Any word on Jesse?
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Bon, ben on va s'arrêter là pour ce soir. Peut-être Petite sauvegarde, une vraie sauvegarde même. Demain, qu'est-ce que je fais demain? Bon, peut-être continuer un petit peu la partie. Ah non, je voulais continuer Mutant Year Zero. Je pense demain. Donc voilà. Et puis sinon, sinon peut-être lundi, encore un peu de dessin, pourquoi pas, on verra. On verra sur le moment. Putain, c'est la fin, je pense que ouais, j'approche de la fin, ouais. C'est pour ça. Donc sur ce, une bonne nuit, parce qu'il se fait tard là. Merci d'avoir suivi, et puis rendez-vous alors probablement demain. Voilà, ciao tout le monde.